Welcome back to Hot Headlines, the easy to understand conversational source for news. I'm your host, Julia Joseph. So we're now on day 20 of the war in Iran. Let's talk about the headlines that are directly being felt here in the US. To start, the hottest headline being gas prices. And keep listening because even if you live somewhere where you don't need to drive like me, this is going to affect you regardless. Right now, we're seeing the highest prices for gas that Americans have endured in the last 2.5 years. According to AAA, the average gallon of gas is costing Americans 86 cents higher per gallon than compared to the days before the war began. To put things into perspective, earlier in February, a barrel of oil was trading for around $70 a barrel. As of this morning, Thursday, a barrel was trading for $115. That number itself, $7 more from yesterday. So why is this happening? Well, the conflict in the Middle East is messing with the Persian Gulf's energy industry. Every time you hear about any oil plant being struck, expect your gas to get more expensive. And for those of you listening saying, whatever, I don't drive, think about those upcoming flights you want to book. The cost of jet fuel has risen 50% since the start of the war, causing lots of airlines to raise ticket prices. Your Con Ed bills are going to go up, your energy bills may rise. And why is this? Well, now we're seeing the US and a mix of countries in the Middle East fire back and forth at one another and their oil supplies. And over time, this happens. Costs are going to go up. This is one of those geopolitical factors when it comes to war. That brings me to the next headline. Iran attacked the world's largest liquefied natural gas facility on Wednesday. Take a look at some of these photos captured yesterday. The supply is in Qatar, and the fiery skies really speak for themselves that this conflict is ruthless. Reports say the damage is extensive, but how bad? We don't know quite yet. This attack came right after Israel struck a major gas field in Iran, which President Trump says the U.S. had nothing to do with. This also ignited Trump to say that he will, quote, massively blow up the entirety of the field if Iran attacks Qatar again. Another hot headline to pay attention to is on top of the rising costs of flights, airports across the U.S. are a mess. You can trust me. I was in one yesterday. This is because the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, is still on shutdown. TSA workers are not getting paid, and this week we are finally hearing about officers not showing up for work as they just missed their first full paycheck on Friday. Breaking this morning, Philadelphia was one of the cities that say they are closing more security checkpoints at the airport because they simply just don't have enough staff to keep it open. So lines are going to keep getting longer. And now another headline in DHS. While it's shut down, confirmation hearings are happening as we speak for the next leader of the department after Kristi Noem was fired by President Trump 2 weeks ago. The White House pick for who takes the next seat is Markwayne Mullin, an Oklahoma senator, but he first needs to be approved by a vote in the Senate. Okay, a lot of today's headlines are all intertwined. Hopefully, I was able to break them down for you a bit. Thanks so much for listening. Please like this episode on YouTube and subscribe. And if you aren't already, please toss Hot Headlines Pod a follow on Instagram and TikTok. See you soon.